All right, moving on. So we've got a lot of nostalgia these days. Everything that was done 20 years ago is coming back, and a film that I've never seen, but that I've wanted to watch for a while because I saw it when I saw parts of it when I was a kid, and I just felt like I was a bit scared, a bit traumatized, and felt the character was a bit gross. Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton obviously played this role famously before I think he got into his big roles. This was one of his iconic roles, a Tim Burton film, and Beetlejuice 2 is coming out, and I think a lot of people have been excited about it. I think it's got me interested in watching the original, and I'm a Tim Burton fan in general. I do love his films. I haven't watched them all, and that's kind of part of my journey right now is figuring out. I just watched Edward Scissorhands for the first time a few weeks ago. Absolutely loved it. Hated the color scheme. Drove me crazy. I couldn't watch that. Like, those houses made me feel ill. But, the story was awesome. And we've got Beetlejuice, right? And, people are excited because it's coming out pretty soon. And Michael Keaton had a bit to say on it in terms of giving us a sneak peek into what we can expect. Is it going to be like the original? Is it going to be a little bit different in terms of the way it's filmed and so on? And this is what Michael Keaton had to say about it all. He said in a recent interview, Keaton opened up about returning to play Beetlejuice and deciding early on with Burton that he wanted to avoid relying heavily on CGI. He said the one thing that he and I decided on early on from the beginning, if we ever did it again, I was totally not interested in doing something where there was too much technology. It had to feel handmade. I actually think this is a good sign for me. I think sometimes it feels as though movies rely so heavily on CGI that you lose the sense of reality. People know when CGI is CGI. Unless it's hidden well, but in quite obvious ways where there's characters, uh, performers and so on, it's CGI. So sometimes if you can do prosthetics really well, or you can do, the design of the world really well, people can appreciate that is what it is. Um, and I personally think that this lends itself to creating a really good follow up to the first one, because if they decided to go down a CGI route, I think you would have lost a lot of the original audience, and you wouldn't have been able to capture that real sense of, the 80s, with that style and that tone. What do you guys think about this? Are you happy they're going down the kind of practical route? Would you prefer it if they did more CGI? Um, and are you excited to see this film coming out? I mean, is it something that you're looking forward to? Do you think Beetlejuice deserves a follow up, a sequel? But let me know if you guys are excited for this or not, and if you think it's worth watching.